In today's video, I'll be going over the prolific change Yuji underwent for him to understand the role he's supposed to play in Jujutsu Kaisen. When Jujutsu Kaisen first starts its story, we see Yuji tending for his grandpa, who is ill. And from by the looks of it, he's the only one that is showing up to see his grandpa and take care of him, which immediately establishes us, the viewers, a sense that Yuji is a very kind-hearted, caring person. Before his death, Yuji's grandpa gives him some life advice. And his grandpa is not wrong, because earlier in this episode we see Yuji literally showing his strength, unofficially breaking a world record right in front of the school. So now the show has established a couple of things about Yuji. He's strong and kind. He has noticeable potential. So later on in the episode, when an unexpected attack is placed upon his friends, Yuji thinks about what his grandpa said. And right here, this is a very important scene to notice for his character. While he's saving his friends, he says, "Grandpa, you had a proper death, but this death is wrong." And that right there is the go-to for Yuji, saving people from unfair deaths. Now, we all know this is not realistic. There is no possible way for Yuji to control the fate of so many people. And that's where it gets interesting, because it's not like we don't want him to have that. You know, it's like we want him to have that. We want him to succeed, but we know it's literally impossible. So that, to me, demonstrates his true character, because at first he's just I want to help people so much to this point, and it shows the innocence that he has, because he's trying to change the fate of sorcerers or strangers who are in harm's way of Sukuna, but give them what he thinks is a proper death. And even when Yuji meets other sorcerers like Nanami, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Nanami was noticing the flaws within his ideologies. And when you look at other people's jujutsu ideologies, or whatever you want to call it, like Megumi's is, I know I can't save everybody, so I just pick and choose who I will save. And Nobara kind of follows that same line too, where she mentions that I can only have so many seats for people that I actually care about. So when Yuji is unable to give people that proper death, especially for someone like Junpei, who could have been, honestly, one of the greatest friends Yuji had in this story, makes him doubt his capabilities. Can he actually save people? Can he give people proper deaths or not? So when he fails, he unleashes that rage, which makes me believe that Mahito understood from that moment on he could exploit Yuji, use his own ideologies against him. Fast forward to the end of the season, after the final fight of season 1, even though Yuji did do his job killing cursed spirits, he could not shake the fact that tears were shed over the people he killed tonight. And I believe right there, that was one of the first moments we saw his ideology start to shatter. Then season 2 hits, and man, that was a roller coaster for Yuji. He gets beaten up by Choso, Sukuna takes over and destroys Shibuya, Nanami, Nobara die, Gojo sealed, he literally could not fight back anymore. That's how depressed he got. I don't know how he didn't even go maniacal or psycho, cause oh my god, imagine just seeing that. I want to give people proper deaths, and then you just see Nobara and Nanami die to the same guy, indirectly causing harm, literally destroying all of Shibuya because of Sukuna. But luckily, we can give our thanks to Todo for picking up Yuji back on his feet. He gives Yuji some really great advice in that moment, but I think what the best piece of advice he gave is that he doesn't have to find out in this exact moment what their deaths were meant for. He doesn't have to figure that out right now. It might sound harsh, but right now you need to focus on what's really important, defeating this guy. And I think right at that moment, plus the battle he had with Todo against Mahito, really solidified that final piece of the puzzle, and saying, this is something that I did not want to accept, but now I am accepting it. Mahito, you said we were the same, and I didn't want to believe that, because we both had different things. You wanted to kill people, I wanted to save people. How could we be the same? But now Yuji understands that they are the same in their own poetic way. Mahito was born from the fear and hatred humans had for each other, so that makes sense why he's a psycho and just going on this killing rampage. But with Yuji, the same thing can be applied to him. Except Yuji is a cog in the wheel. He was born to just kill cursed spirits. From not being able to kill transfigured humans willingly to literally flat out say, I'm going to kill every cursed spirit, is satisfying and phenomenal to see. Like I said before, we hoped Yuji could achieve his goal in giving people proper deaths, but it's not realistic. So when that really backfired, he needed to make that change ASAP, and he did, which I'm very grateful for. Because personally for me, that was the cutoff. There's no way you see your sensei get trapped, Nanami Nobara die, and then you're just like,
I still have to give them a proper death.
No. If I saw Yuji say that after I saw everything in season 2, I would have just... That would have been the biggest fumble of all time, but he needed to make that change when the time needed it the most, and he was able to do it, and now it's gonna be crazy in season 3 because now we have this newfound Yuji ready to take on Kenjaku, and not only that, Yuta is looking to kill Yuji. Those are the main things I'm really excited to see in season 3. I cannot wait to see newfound Yuji moving forward in his life as a Jujutsu sorcerer and as a human. Let me know what you are most excited for this next JJK season, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you enjoyed.
Should she suffer? All right, clap if you think she should suffer.